Hello! Welcome to the Poe-Cast. I'm Christopher.
And I'm Jonathan.
Okay, Muggle Quidditch.
Oh, Muggle Quidditch. I really enjoy Muggle Quidditch. We went to, as I said earlier, we went to Kawakan back in February, and on the final day of the con, they had Quidditch set up in one of the conference rooms in the hotel, and it was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
We had, how it was set up was that we all had these PVC pipes that we kept under our legs as brooms, and if you wanted to, you could hold it with your legs, but that made you less movable.
Yeah.
And so normally you would hold on to the PVC pipe with one hand and then use your other hand to, like, grab a quaffle or maybe even the snitch or a bludger.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the snitch if you were the seeker. But
Right, if you were the seeker.
I played a chaser the entire time, which I really enjoyed because I knew the other two people who were the chasers on my team, and we worked together really well and managed to win the games that we played. Well, we played 2 games. The first was a tie, so we played a second game to determine who was the real winner, and my team was more organized since everybody knew each other. So we ended up winning.
The only thing about it that I would like to see is actually using the bludger bats.
Yes, but that would be hard because you would have to pick up the bludger, toss it in the air, and then hit it with the bat while having your broom between your legs.
Right, but you also would have...
You could, like, hit it like a golf ball, you mean? Are you thinking of that? Or...
No, but the thing about it, you toss it in the air and have to whack it. But you also could... it would allow you to play the beaters as defensive, which is a part of Quidditch. Is that the beaters are not only used to, knock people off their brooms and make them drop the quaffle, but
are used to
defend your chasers
from
the bludgers. So you could use them to bat them away and back at, say, their own beaters and make them have to, run back to their goalpost.
The penalty for being hit by a bludger was that you had to run back to your goalposts and run around one of them, or all 3 of them, I guess, if you wanted. And then you could go back into the game.
Yeah. It was fun. I think that it would be much more organized if we actually practiced and knew
had
the
a
game.
Real team.
Yeah, because a lot of them were people who had never played it before, and but it was fun.
Yeah, hardly anyone had played before. I had watched a Quidditch game once.
So had I.
Yes, so I knew how it worked. But they did the snitch a little bit differently. They had, like, 2 people on the sides, on either side, tossing a bouncy ball.
Tossing the bouncy ball between them, which made sense.
Yes.
Granted, being the seeker, you kind of were detached from the rest of the game.
Yes. Which I think was a mistake that the other seeker made because he was, like, flying through people, whereas our seeker kind of stayed on the sidelines.
Right.
And just waited for the snitch to
make its appearance.
Get out in the opening. Yes.
Yeah. This probably is going to be 2 episodes. One about Quidditch World Cup and one about Pottermore and Muggle Quidditch. So this has been fun. Pottermore is a really, really great addition to the Harry Potter fandom, and I really enjoy it, and all of you should check it out. So, for the Poe-Cast, I am Christopher.
And I'm Jonathan.
And thank you for listening.
Wait, there's one more thing I want to say. In the sort of more official Quidditch in the more official Muggle Quidditch, that is, that like actual schools play and have like a real nationwide cup.
Yeah.
In the U.S. at least, and
Yes.
I think, do they do it in England?
I think there's a couple of them.
Okay, but normally they have a person wearing like a yellow sweatsuit with a tennis ball stuck in a yellow sock on their back, and that person will run around anywhere on the campus grounds, and the seekers have to go after them and try to get the snitch.
Yeah. And not quite, I think, anywhere on the campus grounds.
Well,
but
they do have pretty free range of motion.
they do
Like,
have pretty free range of motion.
yes.
But, yeah.
I think that would be fun to have like a chase across campus if you had a smaller campus.
Maybe.
But-
Maybe.
Well,
I think containing everything, because you'd have to then get back, and who knows what would happen to the score.
yeah,
One thing that has that was changed in Muggle Quidditch as opposed to Wizarding World Quidditch is because the snitch is so much easier to catch. The points for the snitch have been greatly reduced.
is it 30 points?
It's like 60 points,
60.
I think.
Okay.
It's 30 or 60. It's not game breaking, basically. So the seeker actually is much less important.
Yes.
The beaters are much more important, actually, in this game, because at least the way we played it was you would reach down and pick up a bludger and actually be able to carry that through and toss it at people, instead of the bludgers being these semi-sentient balls that fly around trying to hit
and
people.
hit people on their own. Yeah.
Right, which actually I think that it would work better to have designated bludger players.
That would be interesting.
To have a snitch player or two snitch players, because I like the idea of having a couple of snitch players.
Yes.
And then you have the designated bludger players.
You would have to have a larger court, though.
Yes. That
Well,
really was
that
so
was
cramped.
a small
It was
court
cramped.
anyway, because it was indoors.
Yes.
Although I guess at that time it would be hard to play outdoors because there
It was the
a
middle
lot
of
of
winter.
snow. And on concrete there was ice. Like I went for a walk out in the courtyard at the hotel, which was really nice, but at one point as I was walking around on the sidewalk singing, I had a lot of vibrato as I slipped on the ice. If you want to learn more about Quidditch, check out Quidditch Through the Ages, which was a short book published alongside Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, both by J.K. Rowling.
Yes, you can buy those at Barnes & Noble, at Amazon. They are still very much in print.
Yes.
And they're also available as ebooks on the Pottermore ebook shop, which is the only place to get all the Harry Potter ebooks. You can get the series of books 1 to 7, Tales of Beedle the Bard, and the Harry Potter school books, Quidditch Through the Ages, and Fantastic Beasts, and Where to Find Them.
I do want to say, those books are not quite as commonly found in libraries, so it will probably not be at your local library, but I think that they're worth a reread if you
Yes.
like Harry Potter, so if you want to read them, go ahead and buy them. And also, I think most of the profit from these books go to charity. So.
Yes. All of the proceeds when you buy the Tales of Beedle the Bard or the Harry Potter school books, all of that goes to charity. So, yeah, buy one, buy two, give them to your friends. And I think that they are like $3 or $4 on the Pottermore ebook shop. So if you want to read them right now, go do that. You can download the books from the Pottermore ebook shop in any device, any format, to read on any device you want. All right. So for the Poe-Cast, I'm Christopher,
And I'm Jonathan.
and thank you for listening.